Stop here. Careful. The snow makes it harder to see the edge of the ridge. It makes fools more likely to tumble over the edge if they aren't careful. I suppose you could call it beautiful, if you were so inclined. A town cropped up in a frozen valley on the edge of the sea. Humans are liable to eke out an existence wherever they can, stubborn as weeds in the spring. Fond of them would perhaps be a strong word. But where there are humans, there are inns, warm fires, blankets, and food. And those I am always fond of. Of course, under different circumstances, it wouldn't be an issue. There are plenty of means of making camp in the forest. We could turn further in. There, the snow will lessen too. With a bit of luck and favor, there might even be dry kindling for a fire. All that, of course, is only under normal circumstances, though. Typical ones. You are the atypical circumstance. You aren't made for this frost. So into town it is. If we keep pace, we might make it to the village before nightfall. There's no glory in roughing it when it's unnecessary. Better yet, perhaps there'll be someone in town who catches your eye. Surely there are more interesting people to run along after. Supplies, yes. I carry enough for 2 or 3 days, provided I'm able to catch and hunt something as well. However, dare I say, much of what I consume might upset your sensibilities. Oh? Not so easily bothered. Is that so? Tell me, have you any feelings about dried newt? Yes, the little creature that scurries in the summertime. They are quite nutritious when preserved. An easy and small source of sustenance while riding long distances. There's some in the left saddlebag, should you be moved to try one. No. How unexpected. You've gone green around the gills. Don't worry. I'm certain there will be other meal offerings in the village. Though I don't know that I can vouch for their palatability. You never know what one might be offered in these places. Sometimes I find myself thinking they make the food revolting intentionally. What do I mean? Think, Sparrow. Tell me, do you think your village enjoyed my presence? Come now, no need for flattery. The truth. No, they did not. They were afraid, as you would be if you had any sense left. It's only instinctive to fear the unnatural, and there is no word more apt for a witcher. Regardless of our intent or allegiance, your kind cannot help it but find us frightening. It's not insulting, it's survival instinct. We fear that which could harm us. I wouldn't harm your village? You are sillier than I thought. Perhaps the cold really has gone to your senses. Though hopefully these townspeople will be of a similar disposition. It's always so much more pleasant when they don't send out the cavalry to greet you at the gates. It's happened more than once. In my defense, though, being covered in blood is, well, common in this line of work. It is easy to forget that for someone else it might be alarming. Still, they would be fools not to be wary. Thankfully, many people often are. That said, if we could arrive with as little fanfare as possible, I would be greatly obliged. I look at you as you will likely be the source of said fanfare. Witches are solitary beings. It's unusual enough to see one at all, let alone one with a companion. Even more so if it's not on a contractual basis. Meaning you haven't hired me to slay something for you. Perhaps it would be wisest for us to adopt such a reasoning, for the sake of convenience. I don't care for nosiness. It's easier to have a simple answer and avoid suspicion. The last thing we need is someone raising the alarm. Imagine if they thought I stole you away. A tracker. You? I wouldn't call it plausible, but alright, you're a tracker I brought with me. No doubt to help fell some sort of ungodly beast. Happy? You are far too cheerful. Alright, down the slope we go. No, I've not been to this particular township before. Of the two of us, you're likely to be more familiar with the area. Should it not be I who asks you what we should make of it? No doubt your village traded with them. Tell me then, what do you know of this place? A trade outpost. No wonder they're more bustling than yours. I mean no harm, it's merely an observation. Well, perhaps we're in luck. Villagers who are used to strangers are far more less likely to give us trouble. We might pass through without incident. Of course, with trouble, there is the promise of coin, which I won't turn down either. I'm not in the business of saying no to a reasonable offer. That said, should the opportunity present itself, you will need to mind your own safety for a few days, and stay out of the way. Naturally, I won't be bringing you along. Doing so would sign your own death warrant. I'm sure there's an inn or the like for you to remain at until work is over. Providing there is work at all. Not every township is keen to employ a witcher. Some prefer to let a fair number of their own people perish first. Regardless, there's always some sort of nasty business to be found. Every town has a shadow that needs slaying. It's merely a matter of driving it out of hiding. The slope's turning rocky. You're liable to be stepped on if you stick that close to our equine companion. She's light of foot for a horse, but not when you're beneath her. I say so from experience. We are hard to kill, not immune to injury. I wore the bruise on my foot for weeks. Here, take my hand. It will be easier this way. I simply would prefer not to chase after you, should you go tumbling down the slope. Though I suppose it would guarantee we reach the village more expediently. It's a joke, Sparrow. No harm in a bit of fun. You are correct, though. The longer we linger, the more daylight we waste. The sooner we move, the sooner we can rest. preferably after a warm meal, and perhaps a drink too. I wonder if the local brew is any good. Come along then. Onward